here, but we'll do some small talk real quick to get started. I don't know if you saw it because I know you've talked about the Iowa gambling stuff 100 times over.
Yeah.
But did you see what happened
The football
Wednesday?
coach,
The football coach says Ben is gaining weight because of the issue with the Iowa heavyweight and gambling.
mm-hmm.
You got to think Cassioppi's done. That's got to be the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm glad that it kind of slipped. I'm sure that like Coach Brands isn't really thrilled about that kind of coming out the way that it did, but at least we want information. I'm glad it got out, but I think maybe the University of Iowa should, I don't know, make a statement and say.
Did you retweet the show link, by the way?
No, I have not.
Retweet that. They should make a statement, 100%. Well, and also you have all this speculation. Can he take a red shirt? No. You can't take an Olympic red shirt to Kurt losing eligibility. And somebody pointed out that the day before, the Hawkeyes on Instagram were showing photo day, media day, and Brands and Cassioppi are there. And I was trying to tell people, like, listen, of course they're hopeful that they win the appeal situation. Mm-hmm. So no doubt they're going to include them in all their media stuff and then just crop them out if it turns out they can't get suspended. Because you can't go back and redo that. So the fact that they're in media day does not say anything other than just prepare to win an appeal.
Yeah, they're probably hoping for the best.
Yeah, so
what else? What else is going on outside of Worlds while we're waiting for people to get in here?
Well, we had the Olympic trials qualifications come out. That was exciting. That was finally some, not too much has changed. I misread it initially. I thought it said top 4 qualified at the Farrell, which I thought was going to be huge. But it does look like the top person at the Bill Farrell in December or November, the top 5 at Senior Nationals. And there is a lot of ways to qualify. Even like, I think the U20 champion qualifies, the U23 world champion qualifies, U17 champion qualifies.
I would like to see, now I understand cadets, but junior and U23s, I'd like to see any medalist qualify. I mean, could you imagine if, let's just say, could you imagine if Meyer, Shapiro, or Mesenbrink lost in the finals? They wouldn't be eligible. I mean, come on. We want those guys in there.
Did you also see, I didn't look through it in detail yet, but I somebody tweeted out, maybe Nomad or somebody yesterday, about the Pan Ams now, where if somebody, let's say Zane Richards does not qualify the weight this weekend, Gilman could challenge him, or I think Vito could challenge him, to go for a wrestle-off to compete in at the Pan Am Olympic qualifier.
That's always been really goofy. That's always been really goofy how they determine or select who goes if you don't qualify, right? It was Zane last cycle. He got beat by Destrabats at 65.
And that was a fluke loss, and people were holding against Zane. But this is kind of like for the people that are combative with that process, this is kind of their answer.
Right. I think it was time. It needed to be. They needed to have a procedure. Who was going to be the guy and some sort of outline, because before it was like, yeah, we'll pick who. It was nebulous.
Yeah, so I like that. And any, 18, 19, any world...
Anybody that's ever made a team since 2018.
Yeah, so... All right, let's dive into these brackets, because I have not even looked at them.
Okay, first things first.
Okay.
It really ticked me off.
Uh-oh.
That... They post the draws, right? Like Justin Basch drew number 117 and Willie Smalls drew number 211. In the time that takes to publish that PDF, just publish a bracket.
Where do they even publish that? I didn't even see that.
There's a back end way around it. You can go find it, but they didn't publish the brackets, and so you have to you would have to hand draw the brackets really and do math and just publish the bracket.
Well, and they did, and that's why I put the brackets. I said they were going to come out at 11 or 12, even though the meeting was at 9 a.m., because it's going to take an hour after all the draws, and you do get antsy because, people are seeing the draws, and my brain can't comprehend where everybody matches up. Just give me the bracket.
Another thing is, when they drew previously, they used to draw from 1 to 99, and now there's up to they're in the 200s, but then you also have to put in the seeds and it used to be easy to hand draw a bracket. You used to be able to look at the draws and go, okay, I got it, right? You would have to take into account how many entries are in there, so you knew if it was a 16-man, 32-man, yada yada yada. And remember when they had an unbalanced bracket? So okay, it wasn't easy. It was easier. Now I'm like, dude.
We're also talking 20-minute difference.
I'm not going to beat myself up and
correct
when it's going to come out in a couple minutes.
I saw Nomad try to say he was going to try to beat UWW. And I'm like, I wish I had the brain to try to put the bracket together real quick. But I'm like, I'm just going to worry about trying to figure out how to go live for the first time on Rokfin.
Yeah, it'll be out in 20 minutes. Yeah. I'm not going to go through all kind of mental gymnastics.
Mental gymnastics. All right, let's go through the brackets. So 57.
Do you have them? Yeah, I don't.
I emailed you the link.
Okay, yeah, I got them now.
I just downloaded all the PDFs, but yeah. Actually, and I tweeted them out, so all you guys can go. They're on my Twitter too.
Actually, Pyle sent me the pictures of them from the screen that they sent, that people over there got at the draw meet. So that's all I had was these pictures, but now they're up. See, how hard was that? They could have done that from Jump Street. Okay, first things first. Zane Richards has a terrible draw, especially for his situation, right? He got Azerbaijan first. If he would win that, he would have Iran. And if he would win that, or, even if he doesn't, the chances of either one of them getting by a Baccaroff in the quarters, it's just a tough draw, dude.
And we talked about yesterday, or whenever we did the show, Wednesday, that USA needed everything to go right to finish first.
Yeah.
I don't think everything went right for USA to finish first.
He's quad with Azerbaijan and Iran, and that feeds into the returning world champ.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a quarter.
Yeah.
That's just bad.
Yeah. That's a tough draw for Zane.
There's not much else to discuss, really. He got his work cut out for him. We're going to need a minor miracle. The thing is, at this level,
can Zane
knock off somebody? Can Zane knock off somebody? Sure, but you have to do it match after match. It's just a tough road to hoe.
And you have Yaguev got drawn into the bottom side, so somebody beats Zane, he can get knocked out pretty easily, depending on what happens. It's definitely a brutal draw. I said he was my least confident, and seeing the bracket, I stand by that.
You stand what by what part?
By him being my least confident to qualify the weight for the Olympics. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, dude, if he does it, we've said, he beat the return. He beat Thomas Gilman, who was 3 times won 3 straight medals.
But Gilman also didn't look like Gilman. Nothing against Zane Richards, but
No, right. There's questions there, but he did beat Thomas Gilman 2-0. He did beat Nick Soriano. He won the U.S. Open. I'm sure that Zane is aware that us people back here are like, Zane's really good, but a lot of us are doubting him, including me. I think it's going to be tough for him, right? But he knows where he's at. I'm hoping, rooting for him. He's awesome, great kid. But
I'm definitely rooting for him. It's just giving the people, if a casual wrestling fan is tuning in right now and they're wondering, what do we think is going to happen? That's just going into it. That's the expectation.
Yeah. That's so let's talk about other U.S. Americans. Do you know what that's from?
Other U.S. Americans. No.
Did you ever watch that Miss Universe Miss USA contestant where they asked her a question and she said, I think many U.S. Americans struggle with math because it's like U.S. American.
I vaguely recall the clip. I just don't remember
It's so funny. I listen to it once every few months just to crack up. But we also have Darian Cruz up top. He's actually the 4th seed. He opens with Kazakhstan. It's actually a pretty decent draw for him. His first match might be the toughest. He gets Kartbay from Kazakhstan, and then the winner of Mauritius and Egypt, and then he would probably get Atlee in the quarters. And frankly, I mean, he has a path. You're telling me to get to the semifinals, and guarantee yourself a medal match. The only guy with a history is Suleiman Atlee? Yeah, give it to me.
Yeah.
And Micic is in the bottom half with Zane, but he is not in that death quad.
No, he's in the top half of the bottom, but he'd have a Yuguev quarterfinal, which is brutal.
Yeah, he's going to have Abdullayev from Uzbekistan second round. It's going to happen. Micic is going to win his first match. Abdullayev from Uzbekistan is going to win, and one of those guys are going to be in the quarters against probably that's Yuguev. So, if Micic has a really nice opportunity to get to Yuguev, and then, either take out Yuguev, and if he doesn't, Yuguev has a decent shot to make the finals, and so you get pulled back in.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's 57.
So, I mean, hey, it's like, odds are we're going to have to qualify this way somewhere else, some other time.
Yes, and I do like what we just talked about, where somebody is going to be able to qualify Zane, and I didn't read the whole. There's multiple qualifications, so I don't think it's just returning team members. I think it's Gilman, Vito. I think it's a number of people. So
I'll be honest with you. It's early. I'm in Idaho. It's 8:28 out here. I woke up about 5, and I was looking stuff up. I was waiting for draws, but I didn't read fully that procedure of the Pan Ams. What does it say? They're going to have wrestle-offs for Pan Ams?
For the Pan Am Olympic Games qualifier, yes.
Okay. They're going to have wrestle-offs.
All right, here we'll dive into it real quick. Here's the criteria. The 2023 Senior World Team member will be the U.S. representative. However, a senior world medalist at any weight from 2019 to 2023 will be given the opportunity to challenge the 2023 World Team member for the spot. So that means Dayton Fix, for example.
What are you talking about? That sentence doesn't even make sense. The 2023 representative, the 2023 World Team member will be the representative. However, others have the chance to challenge him. How can you be the representative?
That's by default. However, a senior world medalist at any weight within the years 2019 to 2023 will be given the opportunity to challenge the 2023 senior world team member for the spot. If there is more than one challenger in a weight, there will be a single elimination tournament to determine who will challenge the 2023 world team member. There will be there will be a best of 3 series between the 2023 world team member and the challenger to determine who will earn the spot.
It's good. It's what's the word for it? It's fair, right? It's
yeah,
fair.
I like it.
I wonder what the timing of that is. Anyway, that's interesting. That's a first. That's a first.
So you're talking too, like Fix. I think that means Vito will probably be able to do it. So you'll have multiple guys there. Now, I don't know for sure that anybody. I guess you view yourself the best option to qualify the weight. But given that these guys are also going to wrestle again at the Olympic trials, like you said too, I don't know the timing of when that tournament and those wrestle-offs are going to take place.
Yeah, that's really interesting because, a guy like Dayton, and there's only a couple college guys really, but
that means, for example, if Nick Lee does not medal, Yanni can challenge him for the spot.
Right, and we're going to have basically a Final X all over again. But, okay, so, there's not too many college guys, but I don't know. I don't know the timing of it, man. That's going to be really interesting. All right, 61, non-Olympic weight.
You see the bracket shift in half? You slide over from 57 to 61 and you lose half the bracket.
Yeah.
That's that pre-Olympic year.
That's that pre-Olympic years, right? Atri is your 1 seed, and our guy Vito is up top with him as the 8 seed. He opens with Dastenbek of Kazakhstan. I'm not real familiar with him. And then he would have Bulgaria or Switzerland. So it's a pretty nice path for Vito. All things considered, he knew he was going to be up top with the 1 seed. I like it. It's a good draw for him. It's a good draw for him based on everything that was.
Where is no tumor 65? I'm thinking 65. Yeah, it's a nice draw for him. I like his chances to still win a medal.
Yeah, and there's some good name countries in the second quarter with Turkey and Azerbaijan. But in a non-Olympic weight in the year before the Olympics, it should be a nice top half for him. Win or lose against Atri, you feel good about him getting pulled back in.
And
that's all.
U.S. Americans. Joey Silva is in that top half too.
Yeah. That's not really tough quad in that one. Haratunian is down below. Who else is down there? The Romanian. Man, this bracket's not great.
No, I like Vito's chances to medal. Even more so seeing this bracket. We knew he was going to have the tough Iranian. You knew there was going to be some tough matches, no doubt. But, yeah, I like his chances to medal.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to talk about. He has a known path. Right?
I'll tell you what's interesting, too. The decision to go 61, we talked about this again on Wednesday's show and previewed the whole World Championship, so go listen to that. But when you talk about the odds to medal at 61 versus the odds to medal at 57, no matter who you are, you've got a better shot to medal at 61. And because that's a natural weight for him, he might be sitting in the semis at the Olympic trials with everybody else going through the gauntlet.
Yeah, how about it? That's true.
So, 65.
It's only one more match, right?
Yeah.
Two more matches.
65, Nick Lee, brutal draw.
Brutal draw. We knew he was going to have a tough time, but the draw didn't help that in any way, shape, or form. I said on the preview show that there was maybe a path to him making, winning a true fifth match. But, every country is here. It's loaded. And the path wasn't kind to him. He opens up with, so he's in the second quad that filters into, he's in the top quad.
Yep.
With the number one seed, Amouza Khalil of Iran, returning world champion. He opens with Poland. Then he actually gets Austin Gomez. But then it'll be Jalalov of Uzbekistan, who's really tough. And then Amouza Khalil. So it's a tough draw. It's 65, so 65 so ridiculous.
Nick Lee is going to have to be on. Nick Lee is going to have to do Nick Lee things. I still think he can qualify the weight. I think this is going to be very, very tough. This is a brutal draw, and you're going to have to go out there and wrestle an absolutely amazing tournament.
I mean, the thing, though, is, honestly, looking at it now, the scary one is Amouza Khalil. Like, I just don't feel like I don't see Nick beating him, right? And so for that reason, it's like, man, it's a brutal draw. But at the same time, if he can beat Jalalov, I mean, you telling me he can't beat Jalalov?
No, I think he can get to the quarters. I think the quarters is where I would move him to the consolations. That's where it gets really tough. And then from there, it's can you win a couple of matches?
Okay. Yeah. So what you're saying is he would either have to beat. Let's say, I think he can beat Jalalov. Let's say he does that and gets to Amouza Khalil, the reigning world champ. He would either have to beat Amouza Khalil, which is not likely, or Musakayev in the bronze belt, right?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
That doesn't seem likely because Musakayev has beaten him.
But if he loses that, then he's still in the fifth.
Then he's still. I'm telling you, there's a freaking path.
Again, he's just gonna have to wrestle.
But the guy, yeah, I mean, there's a path, but Oda Guru's up there, right?
Yeah, he's in the bottom. He's in the bottom. He's in the top. He's in the bottom half. The bottom.
Yeah, he's gonna have to beat a couple good guys. There's a path. I mean, but it's an uphill battle. Tumor, the Mongolians down below. Sebastian Rivera's a 2 seed. Fine Silver's down below. Real Buto's down below. A lot of U.S. Americans. Nikolai Skrabin's down below. Tavanyan's down below. Yeah. I don't know. Let's go, Nick Lee. Let's get it done.
Yeah, I'm pumped. This is put on your best patriotic outfit and let's squeeze, let's root. This is good old fashioned root American, and let's make some things happen.
Let's make some things happen. Hey, just like Zane Richards to make the team, he had to beat a multiple time world medalist, and he did. To make the team, Nick Lee had to beat the returning world runner up, and he did. So let's have some faith.
Musakayev, we got Fink in the comments. Musakayev has to be Otorgo, Mamedov, and Kadzi. Only one of those will get to the bronze match. Yeah. I probably butchered all their names, but international names is not my specialty.
Odaguru. Lachlan McNeil, another U.S. American.
Yep.
Is in there. We got like 5, 6. We got 6 Americans in this bracket.
Crazy.
Mamedov, Kavji, Odaguru. Dude. Yeah. We got our work cut out for it.
Yep. But hey, we're gonna really know where Nick Lee stands internationally after this weekend because he's gonna be battle tested from the best of the best.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, but you know what though? With an interesting thing is that in talking about the other Americans that are representing other countries, the Pan Am qualifier is gonna be a battle too.
Oh
Like
yeah.
let's say these guys don't qualify here, right? That bracket at Pan Am's, and we know who should win, right? Like the American, whether it's Yanni or Nick Lee or somebody else, they, or maybe Zane comes down, right? They should win Pan Am's, but we saw Austin Gomez beat Yanni, right?
Folk style, but yeah.
Right. But okay, so in 2020, Destrabat's flukish win over Zane, right?
Yep.
What I'm saying is it could happen if Austin Gomez or Sebastian Rivera
Well, it's
snuck out a win against whoever the U.S. rep is. It wouldn't be mind blowing. It wouldn't be mind blowing, but you're going to have a bracket. If we don't qualify, if Nick Lee doesn't qualify this year, you're going to have a bracket with Austin Gomez, Lachlan McNeil, Sebastian Rivera.
I think if you're Yanni, well, you tell me if you're Yanni, are you rooting for Nick Lee to medal?
Absolutely.
You are, right? It makes Final X harder for you, but you don't have to worry about the weight being qualified.
We didn't qualify it last time. Just get the damn thing qualified. And
Hey, based on the qualifications, Jordan Oliver is eligible for the Olympic trials.
I don't think so.
Why? He was a 2020 Olympic trials winner.
But isn't he under suspension?
I don't think so.
No. He
Also,
for something. I don't know.
was Bajrang not on the entry list?
Bajrang was entered.
I don't see a Bajrang. Do you?
No, somebody said he's in there. Actually, I mean, now that you mention it, no, I did not see him in here. However, I saw people talking online like he was in here. Now, it won't be under India. It'll be under UWW.
I didn't see it.
No, I did not see him.
So I don't know what happened there, but
No Bajrang?
weird, right?
What? Dude. What is going on? That stinks. Hey, Khalid, there's a Palestinian. There's a Palestinian entry. I know Khalid's watching.
At 65?
Yeah. My man Khalid's from Palestine.
You know what? That is another angle we should be looking at here, is taking a look at what if Israelis and Iranians are going to meet anywhere. Because that's an instant loss for Iran every time.
Mm-hmm. I didn't see any, but...
Let's go find silver.
All right, who we got at 70? Zane
right.
Train?
Let's jump up to the Zane train. Yep, again,
Zane
smaller
train
bracket.
And pardon for the, us figuring this out as we go, because we're just looking at
It's a reaction show. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a reaction show.
So Zane is a 2 seed down at the bottom. He has a bye the first round, and then he will get a German or Tajikistan Akhmedov. Again, non-Olympic weight, so there's a lot of...
I like his path to a medal.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he clears. I mean,
Little Yazdani's up top. He's gonna have he's gonna be in the. Where is? Yeah, yep. He's up in that top first quad.
Yeah. Listen, Zane should cruise, right?
Zane, 2023 world champ.
He's gonna have Akhmedov second round, or his first match. And then he's going to have Belarus or Uzbekistan second round. And well, that would be a quarter. And then semifinals, Zhurbayev, I guess, from Russia. But I don't know. Yeah, it'll be Zhurbayev. It'll be Zhurbayev. So
Yeah, I like his chance to medal. I think he can win the damn tournament. 2023 world champ.
I think he cruises. I think he cruises to the semis where he'll have Russia, and then we'll see.
Yep. All right, 74. 74. Let's take a look at this.
I just want to see up top at 70. Iran's up top. Azerbaijan's up top. We'll see. All right, you're at 74. Kyle Dake. Kyle Dake's road is like exactly what you would. It's tough, but it's set up. It's set up. Bing, bang, boom. It'll be a bum, right? He gets a bum first, right? No, I shouldn't say a bum. I shouldn't say that.
Hey, I got rebuked for calling people in the first round of the Open a bum.
Well, yeah, they're bums. Who said? Who gave you crap about that?
It was a YouTube comment. It was a Baschamaniac. I'll let it slide.
All right, he gets Tajikistan. I guess that's not Evloev. He's not. Dake wins that match. I'm not calling him a bum. Painov.
Where's Sidakov? Where's?
All right, now listen. Then it gets fun because we'll have Kuramagomedov or Chamizo, and then I'll have Stokhazanov, and then I'll have Sidakov.
How about Anthony Valencia? Chamizo, first round. Well, not first round, but
he's gonna flying squirrel him.
Iranian and Israelis are separated here. You got Fine Silver in the third quad, Umami in the second quad.
Ooh. Sidakov does not have an easy path. Now, I mean, it's like guys he should beat, right? But he gets Kinchadze from Georgia first round, and then he has Bexad. And then he has Imami. Iran.
Yeah.
Dude, that's to get to the quarters.
Yeah. It's I'm glad for the American sake that Dake and Sidakov are separated. I think that's the best product for the tournament.
And then he'd have Sabalov. Dude, he has a tournament on his hands. Sidakov has a terrible draw. Again, he should win every one. You put this guy versus Sidakov, and you pick Sidakov every time. But to string them together, there's a lot of landmines there.
Nomad is saying rematch of the 2018 World Finals first round at 74. Who is that?
That's Kinchadze. Right?
That was the 2018 World Finals?
Let me check. 2018?
Yeah, rematch of 2018 World Finals first round at 74. You're the brain. You don't have that memorized?
No, I don't memorize like I do high school. I know it sounds stupid, but Kinchadze.
Okay.
Kinchadze, yep. So he has a former. Now Kinchadze, let's look at him up. He did make the finals that year, where Bexad was third and Jordan Ernest Burroughs was also third. The number one seed in this bracket, Demirtas, was fifth that year, as was Frank Chamizo. That being said, Kinchadze has taken a lot of losses. So Sidakov should beat him, but like I said, every single match is tough. Kinchadze is a world medalist. Bexad's a world medalist.
But he hasn't done anything. I mean, world-wise, that was also his last medal. He got that silver in 2018 and then didn't really medal again. Got a couple medals at the a couple bronze at the European Championships, but
Yeah, and so the Serbian too, Sabalov. I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if it's the same Sabalov, but that's a dude too.
where is Amin in the bracket? Malik Amin. Oh, there he is.
He's old though, but Sabalov from Serbia is not bad.
Malik
He
Amin
was
would have to have a quarterfinal with Sidikov. Speaking of other U.S. Americans.
U.S. Americans. Man, dude, 74 is wicked.
This is 74 is the weight you were talking about Wednesday when you said the beautiful thing about the Worlds is you wake up at 4:30 a.m. and you get barn
Yeah.
burners. You wake
Right.
up and you get great matches right out of the gate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're gonna watch. You get to watch Sidikov from Jump Street. Every match will be interesting.
Yep. So, all right, 74. That's 74. Moving on to 79. Again, we move to another small bracket, non-Olympic weight.
Hey, Chance has a nice draw.
Yeah, he sits in a quarterfinal. Or, no, the eighth final. He's right before the quarters.
So, Chance is going to have Korea. Korea wrestles Algeria. Chance is going to be in the quarters, and he's going to have to beat. Now that'll be a tough match, no matter who it is. It'll be Azerbaijan. I don't know who this guy is, Madavi or Armenia. So UWW. That would be India, correct?
Yeah. I think. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Belarus and Russia are listed as AIN. But the guy from India, he's not very good. So it'll probably be Abbasov from Azerbaijan. So listen, if Chance does what he should do and beats Korea in his first match, he's going to have a semi-tough match to get to the semis, which then you're guaranteed a medal match. I mean, Chance has a nice draw.
Yeah.
Really
no,
nice
I
draw.
agree. Yeah, that's pretty it. 79 is pretty black and white.
Yep. Should he win in the quarters, his semi would be Nakoti from Iran, which is a really tough matchup. But you gotta if you're a Chance Marsteller fan, which I think most people are.
You said that would be a semi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, David. What do we got with David? We got David, the returning world champion, the Olympic
do you think it's
17.
coincidence that all the Israelis and Iranians are separated? I keep seeing it. Fine silver in the bottom, Yazdani on the top. I'm just saying.
I think you know what though. I think they should do that. So okay, Shapayev.
Let him wrestle.
All right, let's start with David. David's a 7 seed down here. He opens up with Mauritius.
He's just gonna smash everybody.
Smash. The countries that filter in are Hungary, UGA. I don't even know what that is. Uganda? What is that? What is UGA?
I think it's Uganda. It's gotta be.
Stop. Kyrgyzstan and Austria. So David Taylor is going to get a lot of bonus points for Penn State heading into the quarters. And the quarters, he's going to have Sharifov or Makoev. It's probably going to be Makoev. We're going to make him shave his back before that match. And David Taylor's going to be in the semis against Beck off.
Yeah, this is shaping up to be as Donnie Taylor.
Yeah. So David cruises.
Miles Amin would have a semifinal, or no, quarterfinal with Yazdani.
Yes, I like that. I
Miles,
like that.
Miles Amin Yazdani quarterfinal.
Hey, I give Amin a shot.
Yeah, I would. He's a world bronze medalist.
Yeah,
And all your Iranian journalist friends that you've told
yeah,
the story.
they're down. They're down
Yep.
on Yazdani. So we're looking good there. I actually, everybody's saying, "Oh, I hope Yazdani and some of these guys. I hope they're on the opposite sides of the bracket." Some of them, now not Snyder, but some of them I like when they're on the same side. I mean,
Well, we're going to talk Snyder said July in a minute.
pick them down. 92. We have Zahid. How funny is it that Zahid wrestles for the United States and Anthony wrestles for Mexico?
Not if we had things your way.
No. Valencia is down at the 7th spot. He's going to get Iran's backup second round. So it's not a great draw, but I mean it's better than if it was Gazimpur. So it's not a great draw for Zahid.
It's not a great draw, but it's not a bad draw. It's not like it's not a Nick Lee draw.
If you're gonna medal at Worlds, you're gonna have to. You should be a backup in round one, or your first match, and then he's gonna have Azerbaijan. So you get Iran and Azerbaijan match 1 and 2. Typically, that's not great, but it's at a non-Olympic weight, so.
And I'm assuming Zahid's going to go down to 86 for the trials. He's not going up. So you got a situation where you could have both Chance and Zahid sitting in semifinal matches on opposite sides of the bracket and then have Taylor in the finals. Could be a very interesting Olympic trials bracket.
Yeah. That is true. I didn't think about that because, coming in pre-tournament, I'm like, I don't think Chance is going to medal. But with his draw,
yeah,
Chance can medal. Or is it so you only sit if you medal? You don't sit if you wrestle for a medal, right?
Correct. Only a medalist will sit in the finals.
Okay. Well, it's going to be tougher. Making the medal match for Chance is going to be doable. I don't know if he can win a medal match, but I hope so. Yeah, Zahid has tough countries, but should be able to make the semi. And the semi will have Valiev. It'll probably be Valiev from Russia. So, on paper, Iran, Azerbaijan, Russia to get to the finals. That's tough.
That is tough. That is tough. 3 powerhouses.
Top half, pretty empty up there. Turkey, Georgia. All right, let's look at Snyderliev. Snyderliev is a semifinal.
This is a top half semifinal. Kind of crazy.
So Kyle was your 1 seed. Sedgelayev unseeded because he hasn't competed in a while. That bracket is really tough. Poor Ben Honas got Golej first round from Iran. But Sedgelayev's quarter has Basayev from Hungary, who's not Hungarian. He's Russian. And then Sedgelayev, the winner of that would get probably Golej. So that's a really tough quad. Snyder opens with Canada, and then Mongolia or Moldova, and then probably Ibragimov from Uzbekistan to get to Sedgelayev. So you know what? It's going to be It might be tough for Iran to qualify. I mean, it's going to come down to Galatia's going to have to win. Well, I guess he could win the true fifth, but it's going to be tough for Iran to medal at this weight.
Yeah, but this isn't a weight that when you talk about like Olympic qualifiers, take the top 5 out, and I don't think it's hard for him to qualify.
Right. That's true. That's true. Down below, I guess that's. I mean, when you have Snyder, Galage, and Sajalayev in one half of the bracket, that's pretty much you're talking about the whole bracket, right? But down below is India, is Yurgali, who's pretty good from Kazakhstan, Baranowski from Poland, Magomedov from Azerbaijan. Yeah, the winner of the top half should win it. Excellent analysis by me.
That's why you're the brain, Willie. That's why you're the brain. All right, then lastly, we got 125. Paris, not the best draw.
I think it's actually. Is it not good? I thought it was actually.
Let me look at it again because I only looked at it for a minute. I thought it wasn't the best, but maybe.
I glanced at it. I thought it was decent, but I could.
Agul's up top. Czar's up top. Who's in the bottom with Paris?
All right, so Paris has Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan often has really good heavyweights. I don't know about this guy, Betir Mirzaev.
Yeah, I guess it's not a brutal draw.
Canedo of Italy, who's a former Cuban. It's not the worst.
No, he's gonna have if he can make it to the semis, he'll have Pichirvili. Where is?
I mean, if you go to the World Championships and say you get Canedo to make the quarters, and the 3 seed from Mongolia, but that's where else would you want to be?
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, it's not that bad of a draw. To be fair, I only had 4 seconds to review it.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, it's not a layup by any stretch, but if you're picking your quad, do you want to be in Agul's quad? No. You want to be in Zare's quad? No. You want to be in.
It's a fair point.
Patriashvili's quad? No. You want to be in the 3 quad where the Mongolian is? Yup. Give me that one.
Yeah, no, you're right there. That's not a yeah. I mean, he does have that win over Zari, Junior World Finals.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he can big brother him again.
Well, I think again, it's kind of like a couple of other guys. It's kind of like Zahid and Chance. It's like, is it going to be easy? No, but that's where you want to be.
Excuse me. Seeing the draws, do you still think USA finishes 1?
No.
You're down to where I am now?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think yeah.
I think second.
I think second. I think we might even end up third.
Could be. Yeah, we're not the best draws.
Yep. How many medals? How many medals? Do you remember how many medals you said before we saw the brackets?
I don't think I said how many medals for wrestlers.
I don't think I said either.
But I can tell you. So Zane Richards, I don't think medals. No. Vito, I think does. So that's 1.
Vito, I think Vito wrestles for a medal. I think. Yeah, I don't know if Vito medals. I'll say no.
I think Vito medals. I think Vito medals. That the talent pool again, 57, 65.
Yeah, you're right.
That's kind of the push that over the side. So I'll say he medals. I think Nick Lee's going to win the true 5th spot. But he's in a gauntlet. I want him to win gold so bad, but realistically, as an objective fan, it is going to be a brutal, brutal weight.
I don't have Nick. medaling.
So we got 1 through the first 3. Zane, I think, medals.
I'm even on the fence with that.
I'll tell you what, it's our non-Olympic weights that are going to be the saving grace for medals.
It could be. It could be because we have,
Because Vito, Zane, and Zahid, and even Chance with where the bracket is,
yeah,
all 4 of them could medal.
Man, I'm gonna say Vito.
I think we get 7 medals.
I'm gonna say Vito does. I'm gonna say Vito takes bronze. So I got no 57, yes 61, no 65, yes 70, yes 74. I'm gonna say no 79, yes 86. 92 is so tough to call. It's so tough to call.
Let's
yes,
give it to him because non-Olympic weight. Let's give it to him.
I'm going to say yes, Zahid. I'm going to say yes, Snyder. And that's 6 medals. And actually, before I went through them like that, I thought it was going to be a really down year.
Well, that's missing Paris. Do you think Paris medals?
No.
Okay.
No. I think Mason might wrestle for a medal. I think 5th is doable. I think 5th is doable.
Yeah, we've got our work cut out for ourselves, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the men and then how the women roll into that. We've seen the women have some weird performances. I think it was the Pan Ams last year where they just did not look great.
Mason can medal. Mason can make the semis. He really can. He can beat.
Let's go Mason bronze. Let's go Mason bronze, USA 7 medals.
No, I'm going to say 6. I'm going to say overall, I think Mason could.
I'm going 7 medals.
I'm saying 6 medals. All right.
I'm going 7. I'm going to have optimism.
All right. What should I tweet? Should I tweet over under 6.5 medals?
No, I think you got to go over under 6.
Well, 6.5.
Yeah, but I feel like there's too. I feel like the juice is too much for the under there.
Yeah. You might be right.
That's the.
Because we're not going to get 8, right?
Right. Yeah, I think the over under almost honestly has to be 5.5.
Yeah. I think. Yep, you're right. Probably 5.5.
All right, well, that's World Championships. Tomorrow, they start at 4:30 a.m. Eastern, 3:30 Central, on Flow Wrestling in the U.S. You're what?
I'm going to sleep right now.
What time did you get up today? I texted you in the brackets when the meeting started. I'm like, are you up?
Yeah, I was up 4:35, something like that.
If you had... So, somebody tweeted me yesterday. It was a good question. If Dake wins this weight, is he the best wrestler in America? I said it depends on what Taylor and Snyder do. And if all 3 win, whoever has the most separation probably has the greatest claim to that spot. Now, I think Burroughs is the greatest wrestler in America. That, depending on how you're defining greatest wrestler in America, that's Jordan Burroughs. But if you're talking about guys in the team, whatever, right now, I'd say it's Dake, Taylor, or Snyder, and whoever has, assuming they all win, it's whoever gets the most separation. If Dake beats Sidikoff 3-3, but Taylor beats Yazdani 7-2, Taylor's the greatest wrestler.
Yeah, but if Kyle Snyder beats Sedgelayev 3-3, it's Snyder.
Yeah, well, that's. But if Snyder beats Sedgelayev on criteria 3-3, but Dake goes out and beats Sidikoff 7-1. You say Snyder?
If you beat Sedgelayev, you're
the GOAT?
If he beats Sedgelayev, I will be at the airport when they arrive.
Corby says we only qualify 3 weights, 74, 86, 97.
Probably.
That's his... Because then if you figure... Well, I mean, yeah, if we don't think that Zane's going to medal, that's 57. And then you have 65. It's going to be very tough for Nick to qualify. and then Paris is going to be right there teetering on the edge.
Paris going to be teetering on the edge. I believe. Yeah, the thing about my perception of Paris going into this tournament is that he can beat anybody. He can beat all the guys to get to the semis. The problem is, I think he could also lose to every single one of them, right? That's my opinion. And the problem is that it's really tough to gauge where he's at when you lose to Gable. Losing to Gable's, you got to get some big wins. Losing to Gable is tough to. Everybody loses Gable.
Yeah. And then, so here's going to be another weight where if Mason does not qualify the weight, we're going to have probably Gwiz challenging him for a wrestle-off. Because
yeah.
When was the last time Gwiz medaled? I'm pretty sure he qualifies in that.
Oh, yeah. He's made the team. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't read the bylaw. I didn't read the new situation.
I can't remember what it was.
I'm not worried about qualifying heavyweight. If we don't qualify it here, we'll qualify it at Pan Am's.
Yeah. All right. Any final? Listen, we should definitely let's go live this weekend randomly.
I think we should do it at least after every day.
Yeah. Because you figure I think the semifinals are at 1 tomorrow, but then finals are at noon Eastern moving forward after that.
Let's go. We've got to go live at least once a day.
Yeah, like 2 or 3-ish in the afternoon. Let's grab a glass of wine. Let's go live and recap the day. He's not in there?
No. Don't see him.
Interesting. Who is their who's Canada's rep?
They don't have one.
Oh, they just didn't enter anybody? Interesting.
Yep, that's weird.
Yeah, so for people listening, the tentative game plan will be to go live tomorrow after the semis, 2, 3-ish, 3 o'clock, something like that, Eastern. Subscribe to Matt Scout, subscribe to Baschamania. Maybe it's easy enough to go live back and forth on either one. So even if you want to go live tomorrow on yours, I think all we got to do is pop in the stream key. So subscribe to both Matt Scouts, Baschamania. We'll go live and we'll tweet it out. All right, Willie.
All right, guys. World Championships, baby.
USA #1. All right, see ya.
And the beat goes on.